Students, I am Pradeep Kaul, lecturer in chemistry, and the topic that we are taking today is gas laws. Before coming to gas laws, let me tell you something about measurable properties. In the last lecture, we had discussed some properties like mass, pressure, volume and temperature. These four terms, that is mass of the gas, the pressure of the gas, the volume of the gas and the temperature at which the gas is kept. These four properties of gases are known as measurable properties of gases. Now, taking into consideration these measurable properties, many scientists on one occasion or the other have given certain correlations between these terms, between these measurable properties. And those correlation later turned into generalization. So, some generalization have been made for gases. So those generalization given by various scientists in which measurable properties were correlated are known as gas laws. And today we shall be discussing these gas laws. Today the first law that I am taking today is Boyle's law. Boyle's law. This law was given by a scientist, namely Robert Boyle, in the year 1622. Long ago, he gave a law in which he gave a relation between volume of a given mass of a gas and the pressure of the gas. So, Boyle's law is basically a relation, a correlation between the volume of a given mass of a gas and the pressure of the gas. He stated in this law that volume of a given mass of a gas, volume of a given mass of a gas is inversely proportional to its pressure at constant temperature. So there is a condition in this law. The condition is that if temperature of the given mass of a gas is kept constant, then the volume is inversely proportional to pressure. So mathematically, V is inversely proportional to pressure when temperature is constant. This is the statement of the Boyle's law. If we further solve this expression, we will get V proportionality R upon P, not proportionality, equal to. When I place equal to in place of proportionality, I will have to insert a constant, and this R is a constant known as gas constant. R is gas constant. If we cross multiply it, we will get product of PV is equal to R. So this is another statement of Boyle's law, that the product of pressure and volume of given mass of a gas is always constant at constant temperature. Now, suppose the initial volume of the given mass of a gas is P1. and its pressure, its volume is V1. Now suppose the pressure of the gas is increased to P2 and then its volume becomes V2. Similarly, if we again increase the pressure to P3 and then volume will become V3, then we will get P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 equal to P3 V3. But in this case, again, we have to keep one thing in mind, that temperature must be kept constant. We can verify this law by changing volume. For example, for air, if pressure is kept at 0.20 bar, and suppose if its volume is 112 decimeter cube, so we have a gas and its volume is 112 decimeter cube and its pressure is 0.20 bar. Now suppose we increase the pressure of the gas, and suppose we increase it by 0.5 and it becomes 0.25. Then we will find that its volume will become lesser, because volume is inversely proportional to pressure. So it will become lesser. If you increase the pressure, the volume will decrease. Its volume becomes 89.2. Similarly, if we again increase the pressure to 0.35, its volume becomes much lesser, 64.2. If we again increase the pressure, the volume will again decrease, because volume is inversely proportional to pressure. It becomes 56.25. Now this is P, this is V. This is product of PV. It must come to a constant. If we multiply this by 100 by 12, we get 22.4. If we multiply these two, we get 22.3. If we multiply these two, we get 22.47. Similarly, if we multiply 0.40 with this, we get 22.5. Now, if we find that these PV products are same, 22.4, 22.3, 22.4, 22.5, these are basically almost equal to a constant, that is 22.4. So this verifies our Boyle's law. Now we have another law, that is Charles' law. This is another gas law. This law was given by another scientist and his name was Jacques Charles. Jacques Charles. What does this law state? This law states that volume of a given mass of a gas at constant pressure, this is the condition, at constant pressure increases or decreases by 1.273 of its volume at 0 degree C for every 1 degree rise or fall in temperature. What does this law states? That suppose we have a given mass of a gas. Suppose we have a given mass of a gas. We have a gas in this container. And suppose if it is kept at 0 degree C. And suppose its volume is V0. Let me take an example. If V0 is its initial volume at 0 degree C, then what happens if its pressure is kept constant? If we keep its pressure constant and then increase the temperature by 1 degree centigrade, then what happens to volume? Volume will increase by 273 of this. That is initial volume. That is initial volume divided by 270 for every 1 degree rise. Similarly, if there is 1 degree fall, that the volume will decrease by this. Decrease by 1 upon 273 of the original volume. So for every 1 degree rise or fall, the volume will increase or decrease continuously. So according to this law, if suppose temperature is increased to V2, then volume will at T will be Vt. This is original volume, initial volume. This is increase in volume. How much increase will be there? 273rd third part of this. That is V0 upon 273 multiplied by T. This is our Charles law. This is at T degree centigrade. Suppose if temperature is raised by 1 degree. So it will be V1 V0 plus V0 by 273 into 1. Into 1 you will get the same thing at 1 degree rise. At 10 degree rise you will get V10 is equal to V0 by 273 multiplied by 10. This will be 10 V0 like this. Similarly, if temperature is raised to 100 degree centigrade, then we will get this 100 V0 upon 273. If temperature is instead of increasing, suppose if we decrease it by, say suppose we decrease it to minus 273, then it will be V0, this will become minus 273 by 273 V0. It will be V0 minus V0 like this. So this is Charles law. Then we have one more gas law, that is Avogadro's law. This law was given by another chemist. His name was Amedeo Avogadro. He gave this law in the year 1911. According to this law, equal volumes of all the gases contain equal number of molecules at constant temperature and pressure. So condition is what? That the temperature and pressure of the gas must be kept constant. Let us explain this law. Suppose I have 4 containers of equal size content, and we have different gases in this. This is gas 1, G1, this is second gas, G2, G3 and G4. Since all the containers are of the same size, so they have equal volumes. What we have to do? We have to keep the temperature and pressure constant in all the 4 cases. So if temperature and pressure of these gases are kept constant, volume is already what? Equal. So they will contain equal number of molecules. So equal volumes of all the gases contain equal number of molecules. Suppose if it contains 1 lakh molecules, it will also contain 1 lakh molecules. It will contain again 1 lakh molecules. Similarly, this will also contain 1 lakh molecules, because we have taken equal volumes of gases at constant temperature and pressure. It has been found that suppose if we take 22.4 liters of gases, 22.4 liter, that is equal volume. I have taken equal volumes of some gases. So suppose it is nitrogen, it is carbon dioxide, it is oxygen, this is chlorine. So I have taken different gases and I have taken equal volumes. How much volume I have taken? 22.4 liter. Now 22.4 liters of all gases at constant temperature and pressure contain 0.0 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules. And this number is known as Avogadro's number. So, your Avogadro's law, Avogadro's gas law can also be put as like this. Volume of a given mass of a gas is directly proportional to the number of molecules or number of moles at constant temperature and pressure. So this is the mathematical expression of Avogadro's law. And today we will end here. In the next unit, in the next lecture, we will discuss gas equation.